This is the second lecture on the topic employment in India. Today we'll discuss how to interpret table or data interpretation and graph or chart interpretation. Participation of people in employment in India. Work participation rate is the ratio of total number of workers to total population, and it is expressed in percentage term. This ratio is an indicator used for analyzing the employment situation of the economy. This ratio gives us the proportion of goods and services of an economy. A high work participation rate implies that a larger proportion of population is engaged in productive activities and a less proportion of population is unproductive. The unproductive part of total population depends on the productive part of their maintenance. The productive workers have to bear the burden of unproductive part of population for their maintenance. This is called dependency load. A higher work participation rate implies low dependency load for that population and vice versa. Now let us see how can we explain and what information we can gather from the table given. The table is related to the worker population ratio in India during 2017-18. The adjacent table shows the different levels of participation of people in economic activities. Economic activities are those activities which are when the people are engaged in the production of goods and services in the economy, and that adds the national product. For every 100%, about 34.7 are workers in India. That the total workers in India is 34.7. In urban areas, the proportion is about 34%. That is 33.9%. We have considered 34%. Whereas in rural India, the ratio is about 35%. Why is there such a difference? People in rural area have limited resources to earn a higher income and participate more in the employment market. There is no feasibility so that the people can get employment. Many do not go to schools, colleges, and other training institutions. Even if some go, they discontinue in the middle to join the workforce. Whereas in urban areas, a considerable section is able to study in various educational institutions. Urban people have a variety of employment opportunities because they are educated, they are skilled, they look for the appropriate job to suit their qualification and skills. In rural areas, people cannot stay at home as their economic conditions may not allow them to do so because they don't have any other source of income. And for that, they have to work. Now, let us come to the men and women. Compared to females, more males are found to be working. The difference in participation rate is very large in urban areas. In urban areas, you see urban areas is 53% men are working and women working 14.2%. For every 100 urban females, only 14 are engaged in some economic activity. In rural areas, for every 100 rural women, about 18, 17.5 means 18 women participate in the employment market. Self-employment and hired workers. The worker population ratio enables us to know the attachment of worker has with his or her job and the authority she or he has over the enterprise and over the co-workers. Workers who own and operate an enterprise to earn their livelihood are known as self-employed. About 52% workforce in India belongs to this category. The construction workers are known as casual wage laborers. They account for about 25% of India's workforce. Such laborers are casually engaged in others' farms and in return get remuneration for the work done. That remuneration called wage. When a worker is engaged by someone or an enterprise and paid his or her wages on a regular basis, they are known as regular salaried employees. And they constitute 23% of India's workforce. Now, let us see the distribution of employment that we can explain from these pie charts. One is male workers, and the distribution is self employed, regular salaried employees, and casual laborers. Same thing for the female workers, regional, urban workers, and rural workers. This is status wise, this is region wise. Self employment is a major source of livelihood for both men and women, as this category account for more than 50%. Here is also 50%, 52%, 52%. So more than 50% of the workforce. Casual wage. Casual wage work is the second major source of for both men and women. A little more so for the latter 24, 27%, 24% this one, and 27%. When it comes to regular salaried employees, both women and men are found to be so engaged in greater proportion. Men form 24%, whereas women 21%. 24% and women or female 21%. The gap between man and women is very less. 24 and only 3% is the gap. The self-employed and casual laborers are found more in rural workers. Than in urban areas. In the rural areas, in urban areas, regular wage salaried jobs are greater. Here it is greater than the rural sector. In the rural sector, the majority of those depending on farming own plots of land and cultivate independently. The share of self employment is greater, that is 58%. The nature of work in urban areas is different. Enterprises in urban areas require workers on a regular basis and those workers who have education and skill. Distribution of workforce by sectors in India. Sectors means industrial origin. In India, working person engaged into three major sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, and service sector. Primary sector is the main source of employment for majority of workers in India. So primary sector 44.6% people, they are employed in the primary sector. Agriculture, fishery, dairy, all these they are engaged 44.6%, almost 45%. That is according to 2017-18 data. Primary sector is the main source of employment of majority of workers in India. Secondary sector provides employment to only 24.4%, that is 24%. About 31% of workers are in the service sector. This adjacent table shows that 60% of the workforce in rural India depends on agriculture, forestry, and fishing. That means primary sector. So, primary sector in the rural sector, primary sector 59.8. Whereas in urban sector, in primary sector, in urban areas, in primary sector, only 6.6% people get employment. In the rural sector, secondary sectors, 20% rural workers are working in the secondary sector, such as manufacturing industries, cottage industry, and other small scale industries, construction, and other industrial activities, which we find in the rural sector. Whereas in urban sector, 34.3% people are working in secondary sector. Service sector provides 19.8% rural people employment, and in urban areas 59.1% people are employed in tertiary sector. So the service sector provides about 20% employment to the rural people and 59% employment to the urban people. Now let us see according to the status. Agriculture is not a major source of employment in urban areas where people are mainly engaged in service sector. And that is why agriculture in the primary sector, only 6.6% people are employed in urban sector in agriculture. About 60% of urban workers are in the service sector. The secondary sector gives employment to about one third of urban workforce. Now, if you see the status wise, though both man and women workers are concentrated in the primary sector, women workers concentration is very high in primary sector. That is 57%. That is 57.1%. about 57% of the female workforce is employed in the primary sector, whereas less than half of males work in that sector, primary sector. Men get opportunities in both secondary and service sector. 26.5 and 32.8, they're getting employment in the secondary and primary sector, whereas female 17.7 in secondary sector and 25.2 in tertiary sector. So in this way we can explain when will be given table to interpret the data. You'll be given one table and you'll be asked to interpret and to find out the relation or analyze the table. So we come to know how to explain the data, that is table, and how to explain the graph or chart. Thank you.